Maverick with loyal retainers. Maverick.
High Tide.
High Tide. Maverick. Sneaky Go.
And the other, I think that might be it.
Maverick. So 6 Maverick decks, a Sneaky Go deck, and a High Tide deck. Alix Hatfield. He won the Star City Games Legacy Open in New Jersey playing High Tide.
I remember that. That was a big time for High Tide. It was a big time for Candelabra.
Yeah, that was its breakout tournament.
That everyone was kind of like,
you know, I was very lucky in that tournament because that was held in New Jersey where I live. So, you know, I ended extremely late, but I was able to just, you know, drive a half hour and get home and go to sleep. I'm driving home tonight. And
a little longer drive. How long did you drive home tonight?
About 4.5 hours.
Ooh. Wow, you opted to drive though?
Yeah. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
You know, by the time you end up going to the airport and then waiting in the airport and then doing it ends up being 5 hours, 6 hours
That's true.
anyway.
Like I think my drive was going to be like 7 or 8, and it's like.
There's that 5-hour hump though too. Like when you drive over 5 hours, you just feel gross for like whole day.
You do.
And I don't know. I can drive 4.5 hours, and
yeah, 3 hours I'm fine. 3 hours with PTU, you feel great. Get back, you feel great. 4 hours, 5 hours, you're just like. You just want to take a nap, take a shower.
Because I'm not going. If I was going home, it would only be 3.5. That's why I drove down. But tonight I have to go to my parents' house. I'm dog sitting. Not bad. Poodle party.
I'm registering that domain name.
Poodle party.
Poodle party. I'm sure it exists.
It definitely does.
It definitely does. All right. So Adam Kai playing Maverick. Now he has this loyal retainer. I love this loyal retainer thing going on. He has his Thalias, which are going to be great against Alix Hatfield. Aetherstorm Canonist, I like that card too. And then he has 1 Flusterstorm. He also has Spell Pushers to bring in. So of any Maverick deck, and Choke, of any Maverick deck in the top 8, Alix Hatfield had to find him up against this one.
This is the only Maverick deck that stands a chance against him.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, Thalia does a lot of work, but of all the Maverick decks that are there, it is by far the hardest, because not only does he have to, you know, to worry about, oh, well, he might have, you know, a Canonist on the board, and Canonist and Mother of Runes, is, you know, forces me to get a rebuild, right? But he also is just like, oh, and when he does that, I can't get Flusterstormed when that happens. You know, this is, wow. Adam Kai.
Adam Kai's good.
He is good. He's positioned himself very well here. So, do we know who's on the play?
We do not right now.
Adam Kai and Alix have to know each other fairly well from the Star City Games Open Series circuit. You know, they both play in a lot of events. I'm sure they've played before.
Legacy Masters.
Yeah, the old school Legacy players, big fans. So I imagine that they this is a less tense match than some of these have been.
Well, no stranger to these top 8s either, these Legacy top 8s.
No, not at all.
Both of them have plenty under their belts.
All right, so Adam on play. Turn 1 Mother of Runes. Now, if he can play...
He has a Thalia on turn 2.
Ooh, Thalia, and he can protect Thalia. It's looking good for him. But you can't count out Alix. If there's someone who can...
yeah, I watched Alix win through some crazy stuff.
Alix
took a long time, but it happened.
He's dedicated his life to High Tide. He played High Tide when High Tide was not particularly good, and he's playing it now, and it is particularly good. He also finished fairly good, the GP recently. I think so, right? Didn't he? I know he didn't tap top 8, but I think he did fair, like a top 16 or something, or at least one of the Hatfields did. I don't know if it was him or his brother.
It's nice to have a brother to test with.
It is. It is
huge help.
I imagine.
I haven't had that since I was 13.
Yeah, my brother tried playing Magic maybe once or twice, and I think I just had some like deck with like 15 Goblin Grenades, and that was about that. Literally 15, not even that exaggeration. 15 actual rules are for losers. Thalia. Does he have a Force Will for this? It looks kind of like he does. It looks like he's going to play it. Yep. Force Will, removing Flusterstorm.
That's a really important force there.
That is very important.
Adam's got to crack for 1. Has to.
Yep. Now, it's interesting that both players have a Flusterstorm because those against each other, very interesting. Your opponent Flusterstorms. How do you stop it? Your own Flusterstorm.
It's just about the only way.
It is about the only way.
So this just in, the draft open was won by former Player of the Year, Brad Nelson.
Brad Nelson, yeah. Taking it down. Another trophy for his mantle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's moving soon to Roanoke, Virginia, and so he's got a first trophy for Roanoke.
Very nice.
Adam Kai, turn 3, Green Sun for 2. Have to imagine this is something like Teague. I can't.
Gotta prevent Alix from spiraling.
Yep, you know.
The game could just completely spiral out of control.
Spiral out of control. And Alix, I think he has another Force Will, but does he want to, I guess he has to use it.
At that point, though, it's only taking 1 a turn, though. It's not...
Yeah, it's still 1 turn. I mean...
Still, though, you need cards.
Adam has so many cards that are good in this matchup. And he's got a Kasali Primage to find them again. We'll see, but man, this is getting... Adam has got just a great draw for this matchup.
And it's like Alix is getting hit for 2 a turn because he keeps on needing to force these things.
Yeah.
But Adam keeps playing these cards that Alix has to force. And
right.
if you keep playing cards where your opponent needs to 2 for 1 themselves...
Oh, but he doesn't do anything. He lets it resolve.
Okay.
Maybe he didn't have the force. Maybe that was something else.
It's one of the many high tide arts.
I don't think it's a high tide art. Could have been a turnabout.
Oh, that's reasonable. Same colors.
Yeah. One of the things that's interesting.
Oh,
no, he definitely did have a force. I definitely saw that. That was a force. So he allowed. Ooh, not a Gaddock Teague. Instead, a Fauna Shaman.
I like that.
I think I do too. I think I do. It's yeah. Okay, I can get behind that. That he can get Thalia. He can get his second Thalia. You know what's actually not horrible in this matchup? Scavenging is.
It's not really that bad.
It's not that bad. You don't get any creatures out of it, but you can really make their time spirals a lot worse. You're just like, okay, have that useless card, have that useless card, have that useless card. Give me our high tides. Give me our turnabouts.
Those are the ones I want.
No more ponders. Have all the Force Wills you want. 1 mana for Adam. Taps. Discards a Noble Hierarch. The very much fixed Survival of the Fittest. Searches. Gets a Thalia. Yep, that is 2 Thalias. He does not have another in his sideboard.
Okay. But if this Thalia is dealt with somehow, he can only search for a Loyal Retainers next turn.
Right. But he can search for Loyal Retainers. That's the cool thing. Alix does have a second Force Will, so he may just have to use it here. I don't know if he had the read that he didn't have Gaddock Teague, or he just thought maybe he doesn't board into Gaddock Teague, or it's interesting to let that Green Sun Sands resolve. I'm very curious about that, but I guess we'll find out. Thalia. Alix thinks he, certainly does not want a Force Will here, but I don't know what other option he really has. Meditate. I'm not sure this is it's in response to Thalia. He only tapped 3 mana for it. This should give him a lot more fodder to deal with that Thalia.
Yeah, a card that he doesn't necessarily need that he can use to force it.
Right.
And then lets Adam untap, and what's Adam really going to do? He already has the Thalia. I mean, he can Fauna Shaman for another threat, but he can't really.
I mean,
He's going to attack for 2 and.
Yeah, well, he can Force Will Thalia. That means that the next turn, Adam Kai, I mean, he just spends his turn basically setting up Thalia.
He just Loyal Retainers. And then...
Yep. Or maybe he let it resolve. He's definitely thinking that. No, he is
taking his time. Deciding whether or not it's force.
Yep. It's hard. This matchup is
really hard. Yeah.
You know, deciding what you want to do. You know, he can win through a Thalia, but it's not easy. High Tide does a pretty good job of doing that, but you have to have a lot of lands in play. So let's make
to get up to like 5 or 6 instead of 4.
So yep, we're double checking on how the turns work. We're not getting a repeat of the Grand Prix.
Attacking for 1.
Yep, Adam Kai attacks.
Putting Alix at 15, I believe. Because he forced twice.
Yes, I believe that is correct. Adam Kai gets his bonus turn. Technically, just his normal turn, and Alix skipped his turn, but.
And now he can use his Fauna Shaman to get Loyal Retainers.
Yep, and still get the Thalia.
Get the Thalia right back.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to discard Dryad Arbor, a creature despite not having a mana cost.
Yeah.
It's a land creature.
Pretty cool card.
It's a very cool card. I love it.
It's going to get printed again, supposedly.
Why is that?
It's in Future Sight. It's one of the future
It doesn't matter.
cards. That was the whole point of that.
That's not the whole point of that. That was possible futures.
Oh, it was many possible futures?
Otherwise, they got to print Tomahawk again.
Yes, that's true.
And Bridge from Below. What kind of set does Bridge from Below go in? A miserable set.
Yeah. Bridge from Below is the worst thing ever.
Yep. Some of them will see print, some of them have seen print, but not all of them will. So
yeah, the fact that we went through the new Mirrodin block and didn't get Ghost Flame kind of blew my mind.
Yep. I think they
it even has the Eldrazi.
They were going to put it in Rise of the Eldrazi, but I think they decided that it somehow it didn't fit. Like the color spells were just colorless, not red mana counters colorless. So.
Well, that was the only one that matters.
Right. So
yeah,
Adam Kai gets a Aethersworn Canonist, plays a Gaia's Cradle, casts the Aethersworn Canonist, and now Alix is really in trouble. I think he actually might. Is he hard locked? No. Is he almost hard locked? Yes.
It's really tough now.
Wipe Away. Wipe Away is the card that he can have to bounce the Canonist to stay alive. I believe he has the Cunning Wish in his hand, so he can't eventually go get it.
Also end of turnabout Adam Kai tapping all of his creatures, and then on his turn use basically any bounce spell to get off the table.
True. I think the most likely thing he's going to do is try to get a land here. Play the land. I don't know what all else is in his hand, but to Cunning Wish for a turn for a Wipe Away, get hit one more time, wipe away the Canonist, and then try and go off from there. But he draws Force Will. He still, he does have another island, so he's not completely missing land drops here. Adam Kai, light on cards. Certainly, he has more. He has more than just these creatures to help him out to win this game. Yep, he has multiple Hate Bears. And he has a discard. Now this could be turning Loyal Retainers and puts a Thalia and needs some Canonist in play.
Then it's super duper hard.
It's I would actually only call it minorly. Well, yeah, okay, it's super duper hard then. So it's only minorly. Yeah, it is. It's because then you have to wipe away at the end of Adam Kai's turn, return the Canonist, untap. Like Thalia is actually at the point where Alix is at. Thalia is not that bad.
So he grabs another Mother of Runes. So
He could have taken out the lower retainer. The lower retainer is largely there to get Elish Norton into play.
I'm surprised he got another Mother of Runes here because, I mean, Wipe Away is really the only thing he's worried about.
Yeah.
And Wipe Away, Mother of Runes is not blocking a Wipe Away
That's
ever.
true. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would have gotten here. In for 2, Alix Hatfield to 14.
I would have gotten the Royal Retainers to Talia.
Yeah, assuming it's still in. Maybe he took it out. I mean,
You never know. I mean,
Right.
it's not great. Talia's being a graveyard. But, I mean, these are how the games go, right?
right. No, I agree. I agree. We
I
haven't
mean,
seen a lot of
I also just want to play something that has a big number on the front of it.
The other card we just haven't seen much from him is any kind of sideboard cards like Surgical that we were expecting. I haven't seen Chokes. Maybe he just didn't bring those in. Draws card.
Still searching.
Yep. More to find. He drew the Mother of Runes that turn. Interesting that he would then discard the Mother of Runes the next turn.
Yeah.
So what does he get here? Does he get a Gaddock Teague? It looks like he's putting at the front.
Gaddock Tigor, if he has the lower retainers, I'm sure he gets that, but... Scrib Ranger? That lets him use the Fauna Shaman again. He has Cradle, so...
It does. Maybe he just uses that to...
Just takes an extra point of power for free, basically. I don't know.
Well, right, but he can also get the Ooze out pretty quickly. And then sort of machine gun Fauna Shaman a little bit. And get a little faster clock with the Ooze. If he has another creature in his hand. The Ooze next turn could probably not be lethal, but it could be. Attacking Alix on a 12 this turn with the Aethersworn Canonist. And he goes to plays the Scrib Ranger. If there's one thing Alix Hatfield will not do, is cast a non-wipe away card on that guy. He's going to give it Pro Blue, I imagine, attacks. Giving it Pro Blue is actually a really sick play, by the way. He gives it that whenever he gives it Pro Blue during his turn, so he has mana open. He forces Alix to the wipe aways to just not work nearly as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these wipeaways, they don't do a lot against Al. You know, if all these two...
it's a really nice play, actually, and that makes the double mom actually make a lot of sense.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I figured he could do it before, but it's very...
it's not an intuitive play.
It is not intuitive. It is not intuitive. Something a lot of people would miss. But he's going to do that to basically make sure that even a wipe away will not take out that Aethersworn Canonist. I kind of wish that Alix was playing something in his graveyard, or something in his sideboard like Hibernation. I remember playing Hibernation, and I thought it was awesome. Hibernation is not as good here as, say, Evacuation, but it would help him out a lot in this situation.
Yeah.
You know, he could, because he needs to, he needs to deal with the Gaddock Teague eventually. He will. He needs to deal with the Aethersworn Canonist. There's so many cards he has to deal with, and he's working so hard at it, and it's just taking Adam forever to kill him because
my kingdom for an all is dust.
Right.
It's kind of.
And really, if I was Adam, I would almost just stop using the Fauna Shaman to discard stuff and just get in there. Like, there's a certain amount of time that I think he bound. Oh no, he didn't. He could have returned a forest to untap the Fauna Shaman, right, and just attack with it.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm Adam, I want to get a little more of a clock in. Like, he's giving Alix a lot of time. Like, Alix can easily Cunning Wish this turn and get something relevant. Force Will on the Gaddock Teague. Just hard cast.
Just say go.
I mean, he probably wants to untap. If he hasn't done it yet, he wants to untap a mom.
Yep. I
Yep.
did not realize that. I thought he had untapped the Fauna Shaman to attack with it.
No, he did not.
Oh, okay.
He did not. Like, he's just going to basically use his forest for the next 2 turns to always leave a mom up. Really wants to leave 2 moms up at the end of his turn. Always just keeping the wipe away from making sort of Alix for the wipe away at the worst possible time. Adam draws.
Just attack with your 3 guys.
I agree. Attacking him with your 3 guys puts him dead next turn.
If he'd done it last turn, it would have put him dead this turn, right?
Well, yes and no, because he had to attack the moms, then the wipe away is real bad for him.
Yeah, that's a little aggro.
It's very aggro. Attacks.
All right, Alix,
1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5, then a 4. He's going to have to Cutting Wish his turn if he has it. Counts up his total creatures. Green Sun Zenith, maybe?
Green Sun Zenith for a pretty big number. Big
Uh,
enough to grab anything in his deck.
Yep. Any green creature.
So maybe he's floating some mana, and then he's going to grab Scavenging Ooze.
Could be.
That way he can remove some of the good cards from Alix's graveyard.
Just in case that he actually
and then on
managed
his
to.
own turn, he could just make it lethal with a Cradle.
Yep. Nope. Slide Pride Mage.
It's fun.
He instead plans on dealing with a
Candelabra.
Candelabra. That if it comes to that.
All right.
Untaps his Mother Runes again. That way he can upkeep Mother Runes targeting the Canonist. And is that a wipe away? He's got to have wipe away is the only card that does anything here.
Yeah, Wipe Away is the only card that does anything. So he's either got to have drawn the natural Wipe Away, or he can Cunning Wish for it. But if he Cunning Wishes for it, then he's tapping. He can't even do that because the other
Yeah, he had to do it end of
turn.
turn. That was the only thing he could have done is end of turn, wipe away. End of turn, Cunning Wish. My turn, wipe away. Yep, he has the wipe away. So Alix Hatfield bounces it, and he is free to spend his mana this turn. Draws for turn. Knocks his deck. Candelabra, turnabout, and lands. Oh, wow. Alix Hatfield plays the deck the hand as well as he can. He sets himself up. He waits to the last second. And, the last match we saw, he meditated. He did all the stuff. He finally gets a turn where he top decks the High Tide, right? It's like High Tide, meditate, draw 4 lands.
Oh no.
Yeah, so Adam Kai advances with his Maverick Splashing Blue.
Yeah.
Alix Hatfield, wow. I mean, he certainly knew what he was doing.